Hello, friends. Welcome to this week's Friday e-News. Remember the old story about a girl who was found busily drawing, and her mother asked her, "What are you drawing, darling?" The girl replied, "A picture of God." "But, darling," said her mother, "how can you draw a picture of God? Nobody knows what he looks like." "They will when I'm done," the girl replied. Well, the image of God as a bearded old man is almost as old as Christianity itself, and thanks to painters like Michelangelo, has firmly lodged itself in our imaginations. Those images may be quaint, but they help us insofar as they help us to personalize God. Since one of the tenets of Christianity is that we know God as Father, we need some way to imagine him. And so our die-hard Sunday school images are harmless, so long as we remember they're a fantasy. Because there are visions of God which aren't harmless fantasies. They're the ones which are nothing more than our projections onto God of our personalities, preferences, and prejudices. Ones born out of the notion that God must be like us, think like us, and act like us. In the Christian tradition, we believe that God took on human flesh in the person of Jesus. Michael Ramsey once memorably said, "God is Christ-like, and in him is no unChrist-likeness at all." In other words, in Jesus, we see God for who God really is. We see ourselves for who we really are. And in him, we understand that we are fully known. Yet, fear of being fully known is exactly what keeps most folks at arm's length from the church, especially since they understand that our broad smiles are often cover-ups for pinched emotions, and our talk of loving the sinner but hating the sin is simply dishonest frankness meant to hurt. Fortunately, the God whom we worship has not averted his face from us. But it's a face not found in sectarian social groups, fallible, shabby, and arbitrary judgments, or even in dreams. It's found at the Eucharist, when we catch a glimpse of it in the faces of those who kneel next to us at this unlikeliest and craziest and holiest of feasts. God only knows they may not be faces we're in love and charity with. We may often be too preoccupied with the petty spites and consuming vanities of life to see that. The faces may even be terrible to us. But they have another face, one even more terrible, the face of love. And why is the face of love, the face of Jesus, so terrible? Because in it we see how little we know, how childish we are, how contingent our faith, how far we have to go. So let's make these words of the psalmist, which we'll hear on Sunday, our words, our hope, our prayer. You speak in my heart and say, "Seek my face." Your face, Lord, will I seek.